Hey, what's going on, guys? Joshua Manoi here, and I'm back again with the 5th installment of Got the Juice. You know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna fucking work out, because there's one thing I hate, and it's people who don't work out, so we're gonna fucking work out. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so we're gonna move into the first warm-up exercise, which is gonna be upside down push-ups. We don't have a lot of space that we can optimize for this movement, but we're gonna get it done. That's all that matters. So I'm gonna be using this door right here. I'm gonna fling myself all the way till I'm vertical, upside down. I'm gonna go all the way down to where my nose is like a centimeter away from the floor. And I'm gonna push back up, get a full stretch and a full contraction at the top. We're gonna do sets of, I'll say 14 to 16. I'm gonna do 3 of them, and then I'm gonna move on to the other exercises. So we can get right into this one here. The way I'm gonna do this, a lot of people I see have trouble getting themselves up into this position. So I'll start like a track runner, hands a little bit away from the door, because I wanna be able to lean on it and not end up falling backwards when I'm pushing up. So I'm gonna have my hands a little bit away. I'm just gonna fling, just like that. Don't need to kick too hard, don't need to kick too softly. And then we're gonna go down, just like that. Dismount like Spider-Man. You know how we do it. Then we can move on to the next exercise after 2 more sets of this, finish the warm-up, and we can get started. All right, guys, the next movement we're gonna get started on right here, we're gonna be using the 5-pound band. Stress that, 5-pound band, at least for me. I'm trying to be able to get a good amount of exercise in with this one. We're gonna step on it. I'm gonna put my feet together. So I'm gonna start off with not too much resistance. We're gonna start with a curl, and we're gonna press up into a shoulder press, just like this. Boom. And you see how I get it a little rotated? So I can press up, bring it back down to a upward curl position, and then back down. Like so, all the way up to the top. You could even do them isolated if you want. Save time, I'm gonna do them both together. Sets of 16 to 20, because this is a little light. We're gonna move up in weight in a little bit. Won't even lie, I lost count, but I'm gonna do 10 more. When in doubt, bust it out. Right, Austin?
That's right. Except when it comes to women.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. See, now I'm starting to feel it. I don't even know how much longer I can go on. I'm feeling a little brittle. Like Superman, back down. And on the next set, what I got here is the 8-pound band. I'm gonna get right into it. Get my position, make sure it's even on both sides as far as the tension, and curl up, simple. Nice. That burned though. Boy, that burned. Moving on. What's going on, guys? The next movement we got going. I got back on the band. I believe this is, what, the 5-pound band. So I'm gonna be using this one. We're gonna be doing lateral delts with a bit of front delts thrown in there with a dash of front delts. So we're gonna Come up to the side for a lateral delt raise, and then we're gonna come to the front to engage front delts, back out to the laterals, and then back down. That's all 1 rep. Yeah, get ready. All right, so we're gonna kick this off into the first set. Remember to control it. I don't wanna see none of this. None of this. This ain't bungee jumping, so we're gonna do sets of 14 to 16. Just like that. Front delts and lateral delts burning like hell right now. That's just the first one. We're gonna be moving up because this is just a 5-pound band. Plan to go up to the 8 obviously next. And then what sucks is I think the next band increases like probably a good 8 pounds, something like that. So I'm gonna be in for it, but it's quarantine time. I can't afford to let these muscles deflate. I gotta keep the anchor arms ready. Never know what I'll need them for. So we're gonna get in this work, trust me. Next set. Like I said, moved on to the 8-pound band. As you can see, I'm rocking the red gear. Another set of 14 to 16. Let's go. If I start laughing, that's how I know it hurts. Just ahead of time knowledge. I'm not enjoying this. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Another few sets and then we're gonna be moving on to the next one. Guys, so the next one we're gonna be doing, it's gonna be for rear delts. Rear delts right here. One thing I wanna let y'all know of, because I know a lot of people might not know this. When it comes to the deltoid, which is your shoulder, there are 3 different heads. There's the front delt, right in the front, of course, next to your pecs. Lateral deltoid, which we just worked when we were doing the lateral raises. And then the rear delt, which I'm about to get an exercise in for. It's important to work all 3 heads so that one head doesn't get overly developed. I was just telling my man Austin right here, I've seen a lot of people who overdevelop their front delts and then it'll cause them to hunch forward. It's not good for your spine, it's not good for your posture. So it's important that you evenly distribute the workload on your deltoid altogether. So we're gonna get into this movement right here. I got the band between my legs like this. I have them crossed over. As you can see, I'm gonna be grabbing a little bit lower on the band so I can create more tension for my rear delts. I'm gonna bend over. I'm just gonna bring them up, like so. Focus on the rear delt, bring it back down for a stretch, come back up for a contraction. I'm doing sets of 14 to 16. When it comes to this movement, you don't need to necessarily have your arms fully locked out. I keep them at a slight bend, and I focus just on pulling all the way through my deltoid and controlling that tension, controlling that rep for the maximum squeeze. Woo! Yeah. All right there. All right there. We're gonna do another set. We're gonna increase the tension for another band, and we're gonna move on to the next exercise after this. The next movement we got going on is going to be external rotations for the rear delt yet again. Just like so. I set up the band and this pull-up bar. Just wrap it around one time to create some tension. So that way I can be able to position my body to be able to rotate outward and get that contraction on my rear delt. just like that. And we're gonna be doing sets of 14 to 16. I'm keeping it at 14 to 16 due to the fact that we're not using a lot of weight. In a situation where I'd be going lighter reps, of course, because I'm gonna be using heavier weight. But seeing as though we're using the bands and we're just creating a small amount of tension at most, sticking to a higher rep range so I can get the burn, so I can engage the muscle. Without further ado, let's get these gains. Bring it as far out as you can. Back to the front. Let it stretch for a sec. Back out. Oh my God, that hurts. Ah! The things I do for YouTube and my subscribers. Now we're gonna switch over to the left side because I can't just work one side and not the other. So I'm gonna bring it, let's see, how can I do this? Go this side? Might as well. All right, here we go. I'm focusing on keeping my elbow as tucked into my body, as close to my body as possible, as you can see. I could easily throw it out, but then I wouldn't feel it as much on my rear delt as opposed to if I was keeping it right here. Boom. Doesn't come too far out from my body. Boy, next set. Second to last exercise we got going on. Got the red band yet again. We're gonna be doing upright rows. Simple. So two different things I gotta let you know of when it comes to upright rows. If you were to do them close grip and you pull up for the upright row movement, you'll feel it in your traps. It could be an exercise used to focus on your traps and rhomboids to build them up. What we're gonna be doing on this exercise is focusing on the lateral delt. It's gonna give you that cap look, okay? It's gonna make them bulge out like boulder shoulders, some freezer delts. So we're gonna be doing a little wider when we come up. The wider you go, the more you'll feel it on your lateral delts. I'm gonna keep them a little bit outside of my shoulder range, as you can see. I'm gonna be coming up right here, coming back down to the starting position and coming back up just like so. Sets of 14 to 16 yet again. Let's go. On this movement, you're gonna be focusing on flaring your elbows at the top. See a lot of people, they'll come up and they'll do it like a reverse curl. No, we're not doing biceps. For shoulders, so we're gonna be pulling up with our elbow, flare it out like a chicken wing. Just like so. Oh my God. You see how they're standing out right now? You see how it looks like they're about to explode? Upright rows. It's getting harder to pull up there. So I increased it to the 13-pound band. Big boy weight. On to the next one. The last finisher we're gonna do for these shoulders right here. We're gonna be doing push-outs. And I call it caveman this because I had to improvise and take what I can and make this workout work. So I'm taking these stretch bands right here, putting them behind my back, as you can see. Like so, right below where my delt runs into my tricep. And I'm gonna be starting at the front position, hands together. I'm gonna come out, and I'm gonna push out. Just like that, into the crucifix. Come in, come out, and then come out. In, back, out. Just like so. A three-way movement. It's gonna tie in some lateral delts as well as rear delts. So you come in, you're getting the stretch. You're gonna bring them back with your rear delts. And you're gonna push out with your rear and lateral delts. Once again, 14 to 16 reps. Right there. Probably got band marks, but you know what it is. Focus. Right there. For the finisher, we're gonna do another 3 sets, total it out, and we'll be good on this shoulder movement. All right, guys, we just did the whole shoulder routine, which consisted of upside down push-ups for the warm-up. We did the bicep curl to shoulder press rotations. We did the lateral delt to front delt raises. We did external rotations. We did upright rows, and we just finished with the stretch band push-outs. So now that we can say we actually fucked some shoulders up, if you're planning to participate in this, I like you now. And if you don't, you just watched it for the free content, I fucking hate you. But on a positive note, if you like the content, give me a like, subscribe, let me know in the comments what you thought. Give me some feedback, some ideas. What did you think? If you have questions, it always helps me to reach more people, helps me make more content. All right, and this is all we got on this segment of Got the Juice. Once again, this is Joshua Manoi. With our elbow, flare it out like a chicken wing. Speaking of chicken wings, I'm hungry. I'm always hungry.
All right, ready on you.
You know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna fucking work out, because there's one thing I hate. And it's people that don't fucking work out. So we're gonna fucking work out today. Let's get into it.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, one time. 2 fucks maximum.
2 fucks max?
1 minimum.
Back down to the classic man. All right, next.
I'm a classic man.
I'm a classic man, that's what I was thinking of. Hey, we're gonna get that dog in the background, let's go.
All right.
All right, I'm good.